to a collective sales committee. Currently, candidates must declare if they have interests in any property developer, property consultant, marketing agent, or legal firm that may constitute a conflict of interest within the proposed en bloc sale attempt. Hereafter, it is proposed that candidates will also be required to declare the extent of ownership they have in the strata development. In addition, they will have to declare any ownership interests held by connected persons related to them. Such connected persons will include immediate family members, as well as companies in which the candidate and or his family collectively hold more than 5% voting power. The aim of these additional disclosure requirements is to enhance the transparency of the sales committee election process and help other owners make a more informed decision on whom they should elect to their sales committee. Such disclosure requirements will not be restricted to the sale committee election phase. Serving members of established sale committees will also be required to update the chairperson of their respective sale committees within 7 days of knowing any changes to their declared interests. Consequently, the sale committee will be required to put up notices in the strata development to notify other owners of such new declarations within 7 days. These disclosure requirements will apply to all sale committees which are formed after the new act has come into force. However, we recognize that there may already be existing sale committees during this interim period. For such sale committees, members will have to make additional declarations to their respective chairpersons within 30 days of the amended schedules coming into force. There are, in addition, a few other ancillary amendments to the schedules. These amendments seek to clarify and streamline the en bloc sale procedures. The first amendment will provide that once a sale committee has been formed, it will have up to 1 year to prepare its collective sale agreement and obtain the first signature for its agreement. If the sale committee fails to do so, it will automatically be dissolved. This ensures that a sales committee cannot remain dormant after its formation and drag out the en bloc sale process indefinitely. A second amendment will provide that a general meeting convened for the purposes of the en bloc sale shall be dissolved if the meeting quorum is not met within an hour of the designated start time of the meeting. This amendment will help to provide certainty on whether such general meetings can proceed. Third, currently sale committees are required to hold general meetings to provide updates to owners on issues such as the consent level obtained on the CSA, the number of bids and bid amounts obtained on the sale tender, and the terms and conditions of the sale and purchase agreement with the eventual buyer. The requirement for sale committees to hold such general meetings will be removed. Instead, sale committees are to hold simple meetings to inform owners of these issues. The intention is to avoid making the process of updating owners too onerous. This will also minimize the drawing down of management funds by sale committees to convene general meetings. However, not all general meeting requirements will be removed. Sale committees will still need to convene general meetings when owners are required to decide on critical issues, such as the appointment of lawyers and property consultants, the approval of the method to apportion sale proceeds, and other terms and conditions under the CSA. Lastly, sir, I would like to touch on suggestions which have been raised by some, but which we have decided not to adopt in our regulations. There have been calls to disallow management corporation members from being members on the sale committee concurrently. This is due to concerns over a potential conflict of interest. We have considered this issue carefully and have concluded that we should not institute such a legislative requirement. Each strata development has its own unique set of circumstances. Decisions on who should be eligible to stand for election to the sale committee are best left to the owners of each development to decide. For example, in smaller strata developments, there may simply be insufficient owners who are willing to volunteer and serve separately on the management corporation and the sale committee. There would also be owners who prefer to appoint trusted and long-serving members of the MC Council to represent them in the sale committee as well. I should add that even if Management Corporation Council member becomes a member of the sale committee, he or she still has a responsibility to uphold the duties charged to the Management Corporation Council. And any dereliction of duty should be reported to the BCA. We have also now removed two other requirements which those who are pro-en bloc, as well as some industry professionals, have been asking for. One, the 5-day cooling off period after the CSA is signed. And two, the need for owners to sign the CSA in the presence of a lawyer. The property which is to be the subject of a CSA may often be a very significant asset for the owner. It is important that the owners understand the CSA, and it is important to avoid any arguments as to what was or was not said to them. It is therefore best to continue to keep the requirement that a lawyer must be present when the CSA is signed. The importance of ensuring the integrity of the transaction outweighs the administrative issues of having a lawyer present for each owner's signature. We also want to ensure that the consent that the owner gives is informed, genuine consent. Owners will be contracting to sell their flats in multi-million-dollar transactions. In that context, it is appropriate to give them a few days to reflect on their decision after they have signed. That imposes some uncertainty for those seeking consent, but all things considered, it is difficult to argue against giving house owners more time to reflect on their decision on the sale of their homes. So, through these amendments contained in this bill, we hope to improve the regulations governing en bloc sale transactions and ensure a fair environment where the interests of all strata property owners are balanced, be they pro-sale or anti-sale. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move.